Welcome to the Griffin Region College and Career Academy Orientation for the 22-23 school year. We are a partnership between Griffin-Spalding County Schools, Butts County Schools, and Pike County Schools. The Griffin-Spalding County Schools are the lead in this partnership, and we definitely adhere to these non-negotiables and these focus areas. Also, mission and vision. And the most important piece of the Griffin-Spalding County strategy map, a roadmap for success, as you will notice in the top right corner, is student achievement. And everything in this school system, as well as everything at the Griffin Region College and Career Academy, leads to student success or student achievement. That is our main goal. So welcome to the Griffin Region College and Career Academy. We are state champions. In 2019, Lieutenant Governor Duncan named us #1 College and Career Academy in Georgia. Meet our staff. I'm Katie Castanian, the CEO. Chad Pruitt is our director, principal. Dana Hall is our counselor. Amy King is the secretary. Jill Banky is in our front office, and Tammy Williamson runs the Student Center. We also have Jeremy Wallace, who is in charge of our cleanliness and safety. Now, the GRCCA daily schedule. We run on 2 sessions a day. The morning session is first block and second block, and our afternoon session is third block and fourth block. Attending class, being on time, working well with others, completing assignments, communicating effectively with others, all of these are great employability skills. And all of these make up some of your grade in each of your classes at the GRCCA. We do work on a 2-block policy, so we have an agreement with each of the principals of our partner high schools that when you register for classes at the GRCCA, you will register for 2 blocks each semester. Now, let's say those 2 blocks are first and second block, and you have registered for English 1101 and Math 1111. And both of them are on Tuesday and Thursday, one first block, one second block. So that means on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you don't have classes first and second block. So what are you going to do? Well, one option is that you will still ride the bus over to the GRCCA from your home high school, and you'll be able to hang out in the Student Center, and they have lots of fun in there, or you can also do schoolwork. We have Chromebooks available, and we have places where you can work on projects together. Another option is if you are a driver and your parent will indicate that on your parental permission form tonight, then you may not come on those days you don't have classes. The one thing you are not allowed to do is if you're scheduled for the morning session at the GRCCA, you cannot hang out at your home high school. If you're scheduled for the afternoon session during those blocks, you cannot hang out at your home high school if you don't have classes over here. This is what the principals have asked of us. They do not want you just hanging out, walking around. You don't have a class to be in there, and so you can't just roam the halls or find somewhere to go. If you do want to stay back at your high school, then the principal will ask us to change your schedule so that all of your classes are back at your home high school. Most all of our classrooms are on the GRCCA campus. If you are signed up for auto or EMT, then your classes are in the main Southern Crescent building. And their main building is just down the sidewalk from the GRCCA. If you are in film courses, then you are over at Ellis Crossing in the film studio. The bus from your high school will drop off and pick up from both main Southern Crescent campus and the film studio. If you are signed up for one of the highly skilled technical programs, like welding, manufacturing, criminal justice, then during this school year, you will earn at least one or more TCCs. A TCC is a Technical Certificate of Credit, and it is made up of 4 college classes in the same highly skilled technical area. If you are signed up in one of those programs or in any of our high school programs, like teaching as a profession, logistics, or any of our aviation programs, then you are making a school year commitment, August through May. We want you to be a pathway completer. Your school wants you to be a pathway completer, and you need to be a pathway completer. It's those certifications that you earn that get you a job or either get you to the next level of education you want to go to. So all of those programs are August through May. If you are taking only core academic classes, you can add or delete classes between the 2 semesters. Grades, and this is the one area that is the most different between high school and college. If you are in college classes, you will now have a college transcript as well as a high school transcript. The grades that go on your college transcript, they will go on both, but on that college transcript, they are permanent forever and ever and ever. If you fail a class, that F on a high school transcript, you may be able to take the class again and they'll erase the F and put your new grade. But that does not happen on a college transcript. The F stays there and then they'll put the new grade. Instructors in college provide a letter grade, ABC. When that grade is sent to your high school to go on to your records, an A becomes a 95, a B is an 85, and a C a 75. And you're not going to make below there because you've got to have that C to go on to the next class. Even some core classes, you must pass one to go to the next one. So make sure you are doing your best work on all your college classes. And parents, do know that we have a team alert in place. So we will be alerted if a student is struggling in a class or is not attending class. We will then be in touch with the student and most likely a parent. We'll also let the high school counselor at their home high school know. And we are here to give support, try to see what's going on and see if we need to offer more support to help that student finish out the class. So what's the consequences for failing or not completing a course? Well, not completing a course can be just as bad as failing if you withdraw too late in the semester. So check your calendar as far as the time frame when you can withdraw from a college class. And you will also need to first contact our counselor, Dana Hall, and that's her email, to talk with her before you withdraw from a class. We have to make sure, say it's a class required for your graduation, and we need to make sure you're getting put into a class that's going to cover that graduation requirement. But students who withdraw from 2 college courses, the state will no longer pay for any of your dual enrollment the rest of your high school. and dual enrollment will not pay for you to retake a class that you fail or you withdraw from. Dress code. I will go ahead and say that our dress code is stricter than every one of your high school dress codes. We have a lot of reasons for that. One reason, we have a lot of business people coming into our building for meetings, and many times they're looking for interns. They're wanting to know more about a specific lab that would work well in their company. And I don't want to go in there and everybody be a mess. We expect you to dress like the career you're going for. So in our healthcare class and lab, most likely they'll be in scrubs every day. If you're in welding, auto, manufacturing, you'll probably have on blue jeans and a t-shirt. If you're in core academics or teaching as a profession, then business casual is good, because you'll need to dress that way when you go to work. Now, jeans are okay, but we do not do jeans with holes in them or frays. And a lot of that is a safety reason as well. But dress like you would if you were going to work. So no tight-fitting clothes, mini skirts, things too short, too tight, too low, too sheer, crop tops. We don't do any of that. No hats or hoodies either. So do know that dress code we pay attention to, and we expect you to dress professionally. Behavior expectations. So we follow all 3 school districts' student handbook code of conduct. In addition, we adhere to Southern Crescent Technical College and Gordon State College's student handbook. Students are expected to behave in a professional manner at all times. It is a privilege to get to attend here. We work hard to give you so many opportunities. And if you choose to come here and behave in a way that others around you, or even you yourself, are not able to gain the learning that you're here for, then we'll have just one option, and that's to send you back to your home high school. So our expectation for behavior is pretty high, and we expect that all our students here will meet that expectation because you're serious about your future. Our calendar, and you can pick up a calendar from the front desk. Note first days of classes, workshops available, Blackboard training, drop ad days, last day to withdraw without getting a failing grade, exam dates, all of those things, holidays. Do know that your college instructors that come to the GRCCA follow our calendar, so you will get all of your breaks this school year. And here's some of our special announcements. If you have an IEP at your high school, please contact Tony Doty at Southern Crescent for support services. This is the student's responsibility, and that's another difference between high school and college. Tony Doty does not want to get an email or a phone call from a parent or your high school teacher or your high school counselor. The student needs to be the one to contact, to email or call. You will get support services through Southern Crescent, but the student is the one that must request the services. If you are signed up for CNA or EMT, with both of those programs, you should have received a note about some of the program costs and requirements. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to Southern Crescent. And one other announcement we have for both of those programs: after 2 years of not being able to be in your clinical sites, during the second semester. You are now going to be back in clinical sites, and those include the hospital and nursing facilities. Due to that, the hospital has set a requirement that you must be vaccinated for COVID. If you are going to pursue a career in any kind of health care, you probably will have to get vaccinated for COVID in that career. If you have any issue with this, then you need to reach out to the Career Academy, and you can reach out to me. My email will be at the end. For all Career Academy students, we do expect you to wear your ID badges while you're in our building. ID photos will be made August 17th through 19th. Lanyards will be given out once transportation data has been documented. And lanyards are color-coded so we know what your transportation is. For example, if you are a driver, you'll have a green lanyard. And that means when we see you going out the door after first block, we know that you drive yourself, and that's what your documentation will indicate. If you have a blue lanyard on, we know that you're a bus rider, and so you will be in the student center if you're not in class. Parking passes will be available for purchase, and they are now available, and permits are $10, and you can get those at the front desk. Now here are 4 forms that need to be signed and returned. This is your form packet. You can pick those up at the front desk, and when you complete them, both student and parent, then you can return them the following day to the front desk. The red form is Appendix A, and that's going to let us know how your student is going to arrive to the Career Academy. Are they driving or riding the bus? Or maybe somebody's dropping them off. The pink form, Appendix B, is student parking permit. Appendix C is student information, and we need you to make sure this is updated. And then Appendix D will be your acknowledgement that you've gone through the student handbook. You can pick up the forms and the handbook at the front desk, and they do need to be returned on the color paper they're printed on. So what's next to complete your orientation? Well, if you registered in the spring, and maybe you even attended an orientation in the spring, you've turned in your paperwork, your schedule is correct, you're ready to go, and hopefully you've already been in your classes. If you still need to complete an application for Southern Crescent, or the funding application, or the same for Gordon State. Gordon State, you need to contact their email there at admissions, and Southern Crescent, you need to go to their admissions office and make sure you have everything turned in. If you have any other question or concern about your schedule, then please email our counselor, Dana Hall. There is her email. When you email Ms. Hall, please give all details of what is needed. We don't want a huge long email, but don't just say, I need my schedule changed. Say, I thought I was going to take English and math, and they have me in history and psychology, and I need to change my schedule. So be very specific when you email Ms. Hall. So you may have more questions. Well, here are your go-to contacts. That's my email right up top, and then Mr. Pruitt's, Ms. Hall's, and Ms. Banky. She's at our front desk, and that is a great place to start. You can also scan this QR code, and it will take you to Let's Talk, and that's a great place to put in a question, and we'll make sure to get back to you very quickly. Now, if you will scan this QR code, it will confirm you completed the orientation video. And students, please remember to pick up your packet of forms at the front desk at the GRCCA and return after completing with the parent. We look forward to you being part of our campus this year.